Good morning, students. Our session of corporate finance. Now, as far as our previous session was concerned, in the last session we already discussed about the optimum cash balance that each and every organization needs to maintain. Now, in today's session, we'll discuss about a cash budget. Basically, when the organization that they are going to prepare the budget for their next financial year, in the same manner, the organization is going to prepare the cash budget. Now, the budget, that is a statement showing expected expenditures and income for a particular period of time. In the same manner, in cash budget, the organization is going to prepare a particular statement which show the cash inflow and cash outflow for a particular period of time. So, cash budget is really very important tool for the organization, and yes, with the help of cash budget, an organization is able to control their cash for a particular period of time, and that is for the next financial year. When organization comes to know about the expected cash income and cash expenditures, so the company is able to prepare a particular plan as per their cash income and cash outflow. And again, for the management of working capital, it is really very important to prepare cash budget for the organization in which they are dealing with maximum cash transactions. Now let's see the introduction part of cash budget. The firm has to hold adequate balance of cash, neither more nor less. As we already know that if the organization is having excess cash, then the misuse of the cash will be there, and if the organization do not have the sufficient cash with them, then definitely the scarcity will be there. So it has to assess its need for cash properly. Cash budget is a statement showing the estimated cash inflow and cash outflow for a particular period of time. Cash budget occupies an important place in the financial management of a modern business enterprise, particularly in an enterprise running on large scale. Yes, if the organization is huge, if you are dealing with the maximum departments, if your manufacturing house is really very huge, so at that particular time it is highly required to prepare the cash budget for the organization. It makes certain that the business has sufficient cash available to meet its need as and when they arise. Yes, on the basis of this estimation, the company comes to know about their future plan, that from which source they are able to raise the cash and from which source the company is able to utilize their cash in a proper or with the benefited mode. Cash budget shows cash receipts from all sources and all payments, and also the resultant cash balance on a defined time. So with the particular period of time, the company comes to know about what is their actual cash position in the organization. In short, cash budget is a plan showing cash position of business at different time intervals during the year. Basically, in cash budget, the requirement for the preparation of cash budget is to see that adequate amount of cash are available for capital as well as for the revenue expenditures. So company can easily plan out their capital and revenue expenditure. To make a proper arrangement of acquiring cash when the company face the situation of shortage. To see that surplus amount of cash is invested properly to earn maximum return. Yes, basically when the investment of surplus fund is there, the next question that surplus fund must produce a profitable result to the organization. So that's about the introduction of cash budget. Let's see the advantages of cash budget. The first one, that is planned use of cash. Definitely, when the organization gets the clear idea about the cash inflow and cash outflow, and when the company comes to know about their capital income, then definitely the proper utilization of cash will be there. And when a proper utilization of cash is there, the company gets the maximum benefit, and with the help of that benefit, the company can earn the maximum profit for their particular investment of this surplus cash which is available to the organization. Second one, that is provisions for capital expenditure. Yes, as we already know that there are two types of expenditures that organization is facing. The first one is capital expenditure and second one is revenue expenditure. Now capital expenditure is for the long period of time and the amount involved in capital expenditure is quite huge. So when the company gets the proper idea about their cash inflow and cash outflow, then definitely the company can plan out their capital expenditures out of their cash inflow. So when the estimated cash flow is prepared by the organization, then it really become very easy for the organization, that is to make a proper provision for the capital expenditure. Third one, that is investment of funds. Yes, when again a surplus cash is there, then a proper utilization of that surplus fund is making that fund into a profitable investment. And with the help of this investment, the company can create the maximum wealth. So the income will be enhanced, and when the proper utilization of fund will be there, then definitely the company's cash budget will give a proper result to the organization. Then after fourth one, that is the dividend policy. When company want to declare a dividend to their shareholders, at that time the company is going to plan out their income their cash income for the particular period of time. So, at the time of declaration of the dividend, first and foremostly, it is required for the organization that is to see that what will be their future income. So, the future income is going to be judged on the basis of their prepared cash budget. So, at the time of declaring dividend, it is highly required to see the cash budget in a proper manner. Fifth one, that is profitable use of cash. Again, when the organization enjoys their surplus cash from the difference of cash inflow and cash outflow, then definitely organization will found an avenue in which the profitable use of cash is possible. The sixth one, that is timely payment of debts. With the help of cash budget, the finance manager gets the idea about their cash position, and with the help of this cash position, the company will pay to their debts with a proper period of time. Seventh one, that is guides in decision making. Yes, cash budget guides the management at the time of making the crucial decision, that is whether to raise their fund for the short period of time or for the long period of time, then which source they are going to select, that is they are going to select the equities or they are going to select the borrowed funds. So these things are going to be decided with the help of cash budget. Then after eighth one, that is useful for control. Yes, now to put a proper control over the cash receipts and cash payment, it is the basic requirement, that is to prepare the cash budget. Then after helps coordination. Yes, when the company wants to make a proper coordination with their each and every department, so at that time the cash requirements of each and every department will be fulfilled with a proper manner. And again, the cash budget is going to coordinate with the remaining budgets, that is the revenue budget, the sales budget, service budget, and the main parent budget itself. And the last one, that is easy to obtain funds. Now it is really very easy to obtain funds when the company gets the clear idea about their cash receipts and cash payment. So these are the main advantages for the preparation of cash budget. Now let's see the limitations of cash budget. The first one is estimates are difficult. Yes, but obvious. Cash budget is totally based upon the estimation, and again it is really very difficult to make the estimation. So, first and foremost difficulty of cash budget is to make the estimation. And as we already know that estimation is made for the future, and future is totally uncertain. So it is really very hard to estimate for the future unforeseen events. The second one, that is carelessness in implementation. If the cash budget is prepared with the precise manner, if a proper is to be there, then definitely it must be implemented in a proper manner. But sometimes when the employees are not taking the cash budget seriously, at that time they are not going to implement it with the proper care. So ultimately the benefits of the cash budget will not be there, or we are not able to get the maximum benefit of the cash budget. The third one, that is rigidity. Sometimes the cash budgets are not flexible. Means once you prepared the cash budget, then you need to follow, or you are going to follow strictly. Then and then the result will be there. But in each and every situation, the rigidity is not there. Somehow you need to change the estimation for the future benefits. So, cash budget must be flexible, but it is rigid, so we are not able to get the proper result of our cash budget. Fourth one, that is expensive. Yes, definitely. Again, a proper department is going to be engaged for the preparation of the cash budget. So, the cost of cash budget is there when the company is preparing it separately. It is really very expensive for the small organization, but the cost is going to be adjusted in the organization which is really very large. Now the next point is about the methods of preparing cash budget. Again, third methods are there: receipts and payment method, adjusted profit and loss or adjusted earning method, and last one, that is balance sheet method. Now the specimen of these three methods are there in your book. When will you get your book? Just have a look about the three different methods for the preparation of cash budget. No practical sums are there for the cash budget in your examination is concerned. Now last one, that is marketable securities. Now first and foremostly we are going to clear about the meaning of marketable securities. Marketable securities are those securities which is available in the market easily, or we can see that when the investor can easily sold their security in the market, and when the cash realization in this security is really very easy one. So the security is there means the risk perception is really very low when the liquidity is really very high. These marketable securities are highly liquid. It means you can easily convert your security into cash. Basically, the maturity, the time period for the security is hardly 1 year. So it is the short term securities in which the organizations or the investors are dealing. Yes, here are few securities which is known as marketable securities. Generally these securities are there in money market. Basically there are two types of market in our Indian economy. The first one is capital market. The capital market is about shares, debentures, bonds, and the money market. Money market is for the security of government. So first one, that is treasury bill. Basically in money market, when RBI is going to raise their fund for their short term needs, so at that time they are going to issue the treasury bill in the money market. Treasury bills are really very highly secured, and it is for the short period of time. So the maturity of treasury bill is generally from 3 months to 1 year. Treasury bills are issued at discount and redeemed at premium. So and the redeemed at face value. So the difference between this discounted value and face value is the benefit of the investors. Second one, that is commercial papers. Generally commercial papers are issued by the organization, and commercial papers are the short term securities which is unsecured, and it is also known as a promissory note. So when the corporation is in the need of organization, and basically this need is for the satisfaction of their working capital requirement, at that time they are going to issue the commercial papers, and they are highly negotiable in the nature. Then after third one, that is certificate of deposits. Now like fixed deposits, the certificate of deposit is also there, and with the help of this certificate of deposit, the company or any financial institutions are going to raise their fund with by issuing this kind of fixed deposits. Then after fourth one, that is bankers acceptance. Again it is a kind of bills receivable, bills payable. When bill is going to be discounted by the bank, or in the normal sense when we can see that bank is going to accept the below the liabilities of other party, at that time these are known as bankers acceptance. And the last one, that is intercorporate deposits. When one company is going to invest in another company, at that time that investment is known as intercorporate deposits. And basically the maturity period of this kind of intercorporate deposits are hardly 1 month. So that's all about today's session, and here we are going to end up our second chapter, that is cash management. Thank you students, thank you so much.